Caitlin Clark is the best player in the WNBA, period. I don't want to hear about anyone else. I'm tired of tiptoeing around all their feelings. She's the best player in the WNBA. She is generational. She is her. She is entertaining. And we got another glimpse of that last night. Great way for the team, by the way, to roll into the All-Star break. Great way for the fans to roll into the All-Star break because, again, everything's not magically fixed. We've still got Stephanie White. We've still got issues with the system and all of that. But we also got to see what we haven't seen enough of this year. Although we saw it very recently, I would say, and with a reminder of that 45-point explosion of just how good Caitlin Clark is, but also how entertaining Caitlin Clark is. She went off. By the way, we're going to get into, yes, some more records that Caitlin Clark set, which is another reason they can't stand her, or if not set, extended. And I'm talking about career records. Okay. Caitlin Clark had 17 points and 5 assists in the first quarter. In the first quarter. Think about that for a second. She went off 5 for 5 from 3-point range. Her other bucket was on a nasty drive. That's another thing I'm tired of hearing about how, oh, she can only shoot threes. She doesn't have a midi. She can't get to the rim. All lies. I did videos on it all the way back in 24. It's just that Caitlin didn't use those things a lot, but she's using them more. Had an insane and one in the second half, finished with 27 points, 11 assists. Couple of reasons. Look, she did go cold a little bit from 3. Started out 5 for 5, finished 5 for 9, but it was also one of those games where it's kind of tough. Like they scored 70 points in the first half, right? It was pretty much over by halftime, and it was one of those games where they're managing like a lead that's ranging from 20 to 30, 32 points, which can make it kind of tough. She didn't play the fourth quarter at all, which I expected. And in this game, I will say that is fair. Once again, though, because of that, I think it's been over a month since she's played 30 minutes in a game, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, while there's still some issues, there was a lot to like about this game. She had 11 points in the first 3 minutes. Now, of course, when there was a break in the first quarter, Stephanie White can't even let her get to the bench to sit down. She has to start yapping in her ear as she does. And based on what I saw when they came out, it was, you need to stop and let Kelsey get her points because otherwise I won't get some loving tonight. And I want some Kelsey loving. So tired of that, and it's so obvious. Some of the shots, I mean, look, Kelsey Mitchell played well, but some of the shots I see her take, absolutely absurd. I'm so tired of it. Keep in mind, 27 points in 27 minutes, 11 assists. Absolutely insane. Plus 26, by the way, which was a team high. It also extended her record for most games with 20 points and 10 assists, extended her record for most games with 25 points and 10 assists. She's done that 10 times now. Sabrina Ionescu is second with 5. Diana Taurasi in her, 21-year career, third. She did it 3 times. Another example. This is what I'm talking about. This is one of the reasons. Yeah, there are a bunch of them. I think her lack of tan is part of it. Her gender choice is part of it. Her popularity is part of it, but also the fact that we keep hearing about what a great physical league this is, and all these players that are legends, and the league was built on their backs, and on. And yet Caitlin Clark comes in and just keeps destroying record after record. Career records, right? I'm not even talking about game records, which she does as well, like 19 assists, doing that in her rookie year, but career things. She's constantly coming in, the triple doubles that no one had ever done before, right? As a rookie, no one had ever done it. She did it twice. By the way, only player in WNBA history to have at least 25 points and 10 assists and play under 30 minutes. Never ever happened in the entire league. But oh, in the last week, Caitlin Clark has done it twice. Twice. It's absolutely insane. And then you throw on top of things like, I want to make sure I have this right. the top 5 viewed games in the WNBA, all Caitlin Clark. From 5th against the Dream back in June 20th, 1.7 million. May 8th versus the Wings, 4th highest, 2.5 million. June 6th versus the Liberty, 2.56 million. July 18th versus the Liberty, 2.58 million. July 12th versus the Aces, 2.64 million. By the way, Aces, it's interesting, right? Those top 3 games, Aces, Liberty. But guess what? When the Aces and Liberty recently played each other, in the Commissioner's Cup final, barely drew 400,000. Now, to be fair, I know that was on Amazon Prime, but that was still below average for Amazon Prime, where Caitlin Clark games range from 662,000 to over 800,000. But anyway, back to the game. By the way, I want to shout out KM, no, sorry, KK, sorry, Michaela Timpson, because she had herself a game as well, which was fun. Um, she had in 16 minutes, 4 points, not 8 rebounds. Let me make sure I have this right. I think it was 8. Yeah. For a second, I was thinking 9. 16, 18 minutes, 4 points, 8 rebounds, 4 blocks. Michaela Timpson, man, if she refines some of her skills, if she develops a little more of a post game, gets a little more awareness defensively, man, she can be something in this league. I mean, the way she's built, she's long, she's lean. She may be the most athletic player the WNBA has ever seen. Seriously, she makes Asia Wilson look kind of slow. And that's no shade to Asia Wilson, although I did shade her earlier. That is just the fact. So obviously things slowed down a little bit for Caitlin in this game later on because of that hot start and because of the blowout. But again, a reminder of both how much fun she can be to watch play. We saw that. We got the entertainment factor for the most part, but also how damn good the team can be when they play Caitlin style basketball and they play up tempo and they put the ball in her hands. Now, was it in her hands all the time? No. Harris came in and they played Caitlin off the ball. I saw Caitlin setting screens off the ball, which again, bizarre considering the so-called back injury stuff, right? A little weird. Caitlin's only taken 20 shots in a game once all season long. I think she should be averaging 20 shots a game. But I mean, I'd have to pick, to be fair, players still need to catch passes. AB can't catch passes, players missing layups. Saw some wacko stuff Kelsey did. I also predicted something I knew was going to happen. I said Caitlin Clark's not going to play the entire fourth quarter, but Kelsey Mitchell will at least start it so she can pick up some points. And she did. Shock, shock, because we got to make sure that Kelsey gets hers. That's very important to Stephanie White. But overall big question. Sophie Cunningham. Now, because of the blowout, they emptied the bench. So, of course, Sophie played a lot um, in the second half. I think she played most of the fourth quarter. She only played 7 minutes in the first half, and you wonder if she's being punished for some of the things she's said and done recently. That is very much a possibility with Stephanie White and the WNBA. And of course, Caitlin Clark picked up another technical foul number 7. So I believe it's her next one that is a suspension. And I'm going to try, fingers crossed, I'm going to show you that right now. I'm going to show you that right now because it's absurd. It is absolutely absurd. So let's take a look at this. Denia Rivers, who I can't stand. She's the one that did that bizarre video with Marina Mabry. Like I don't know. That was really weird and creepy. But so we've got this. She's fouling Caitlin Clark as she does all games. Caitlin Clark brings it up, finally gets the foul called, and then of course, oh my gosh, oh no, you can't call a foul against me. I'm guarding Caitlin Clark. I can do whatever I want, and she's yapping and complaining. I'm sure a lot was going on in the game, and then here we go. Watch this. Caitlin saying, "Yeah, look at the scoreboard. Look at the scoreboard." And you know what? What pisses me off? So they got double T's, right? So I mean, at least I guess you could say they have double T's. And this is a male ref too. I know I'm stereotyping, but this is to me more embarrassing for a male ref. This would never, ever, ever happen in the NBA, folks. Well, I shouldn't say never. They get some bad stuff too. But this is some of the most basic trash talking between two players you could ever get. And by the way, unless there was a certain word thrown in there, I'm saying Sanaya Rivers doesn't get a technical either. But this is absurd for this official on this. You got two players jawing a little bit. That's it. Caitlin Clark says, look at the scoreboard. So think about some of the technical fouls she's gotten. Think about some of the technical fouls that Caitlin Clark has received this season. She got one for clapping. She just got one for telling a player on the other team who's yapping to look at the scoreboard. That always hurts, man. That always hurts when you're the one yapping and trash talking, and the other player can just say, "Look at the scoreboard." I, I I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I've got a bunch of other stuff I want to talk to. There's been a lot going on in the WNBA lately, and I've been just not been able to get some of it because real work is gets in the way at times. Even I sleep an hour or two here or there. But yeah, but in summing this up, I mean, it's not too deep. It was an absolute blowout of the Connecticut Sun, but Caitlin Clark doing what she did, I just felt like that was something we had to talk about again. And one other way, I did want to mention, I think one other thing, if I have it here. Let me just double check. Caitlin is doing all of this despite the system, as we know, despite Stephanie White. Last 5 games, and it goes back further. I'm gonna double check and look at that. But the last 5 games, yeah, she had 27 last night, right? But only did it in 27 minutes and only took 13 shots. Couple nights ago, 45 points. And oh, by the way, still took fewer than 20 shots and 18. And both of these games, she had to be on fire. She was 8 for 13 last night, 5 and 9 from three. The 45-point game, she was 11 for 18. She was 6 of 10 for three. The other 3 games in the last 5, 12 points, 13 points, and 17 points. Shots taken 11, 14, and 14. And she just simply wasn't on fire. Minutes played 24, 26, 29, 26, 27. Caitlin Clark is putting up these numbers despite a coach and system that is 100% against her. She's only averaging 29 minutes per game. By the way, she averaged 35 and a half minutes her rookie year under Christy Sides. And there is no legitimate minute restriction. I want to be very clear on that. I stand on that 100%. I see the way Caitlin is playing. I understand injuries as somebody who works with athletes. You do not do this for a player with a lower back injury for this amount of time and think it's some magical thing where if she plays 27 minutes instead of 31 minutes, oh, well, we don't have to worry about her back injury. That is absolutely absurd. Now, I just want to double check this for you just to give you an idea. The last time Caitlin played 30 minutes in a game, June 20th. June 20th was the last time she played 30 minutes in a game in which she played 34. And oh, she was 11 for 18 with 26 points. I want to give you those games. I'm going to give you those games. Now, the first game she played less than 30, the first Phoenix game, she played 28-45. Then it'll drop to 20 the next game. So if we even include that because it's so close, the games before this streak of Caitlin really being minimized, listen to this for a second. 32 points, 25 points, 21, 26, 26, 24. And then the second Phoenix game, going from there, 19, then 9, then 12, then 13. Then she went nuts for 45, then only 17, and then 27. Caitlin Clark absolutely being minimized, but last night was fun, folks. Last night was another little bit of a tease. Last night was a reminder of how good Caitlin Clark is and how damn entertaining Caitlin Clark is. So it is a good taste in the mouth going into the All-Star break. Let's have high hopes for the second half. Hopefully she plays in the All-Star game. Let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe. I will talk to you later.